Hello and welcome to Sovel, Wacky and Wonderful Edition. Sovel is a turn-based strategy game that pitches two fantastical armies against one another, so imagine your medieval or Renaissance forces, swords and shields, bows and arrows, etc. But then it also cuts in the kind of stranger elements, so trolls, giants, wizards, things like that. I won't explain the kind of base mechanics, there's plenty of those videos floating around YouTube now. You can have a look at some of my older content or look up some other Sovel stuff. You get a grasp of the base game pretty quickly. What we're going to be focusing on is the wackier side of Sovel. So this will be the most random campaign we can possibly field. So obviously I'm going to be fielding a Crazed Commander to show that off, playing on the highest difficulty, and I'll show you what we mean in just a moment when I get to the campaign map. Here are starting units. Well, the Crazed Commander starts with his Nutty Knights, so we're going to go with a ranged unit, and then the Dreadnought, because I don't think it's been ages since we touched Empires of Men or the Knight Commander specifically, to the point where I don't think we ever saw this. So yeah, let's use the big weird Dreadnought. So what do I mean by crazed? Well, what it means is that as we go through this campaign map, usually what we'd be doing is taking as many fights as possible to gain golden experience. This time around, we're going to spam random events as far as we possibly can. So let's map out a path here as we move left to right to get to the boss on this side, where we take as many of these question mark dice as possible. So we'll have to go through as many random options as we can. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seems to be the optimal path. You can do 1. No, that's not up there. So that's definitely the way we're going to go. So which of those do we want? That one, because then we can go... Well, no, we can get to there regardless. So we can just start here and then move our way up. Now let's win Lord Tristan there, and then do this immediately. Tristan is Nutty Knights. Sort of alliteration, you know what I mean? And what Crazed Commander? I'll leave that one. Maybe we can think of a better name for him, and we'll think of the guns and the Dreadnought as we go along. You can rename your units as you see fit. Still pick up some nice monikers as we head through. The random events, so this run is going to be a bit weird in that the events, I typically avoid them because they can be incredible. They can be amazing force multipliers to your army, or they can be really rubbish where they just kind of do nothing for you. So I'm just going to chill out here. There's going to be there'll be a unit of annoying orc kind of heavy scouts somewhere probably here. Yep, so you want to flank them as much as possible. I made that easy, so using the X key and the C key, I can see where they are, so just do this. I'm going to get my unit of cavalry into their flank. Just guarantee that I can see them. Yes, I can. Hover the unit, there you go, on the side. Got them. Start coming towards me. I'll run the... So what does the Dreadnought actually do? So Black Betsy, Imperial Dreadnought, ramming speed. When you charge it gets more power. It's got a steam gun, so it's got a ranged attack. Armor plating, so it's defense 7 but a bit slower. Full steam. So for a turn, we can increase our movement and you're fearless, so you don't suffer penalties for losing. So what do I want to do? I can either move. If I moved, will I be able to get close enough to shoot this unit? No. So I guess what instead I can do is just move up there. Use full steam ahead. Get an extra few points of movement so I can get further up there. And then this is going to get charged and flanked, so we can ignore that, and instead we'll have our handgunners come over here. Start firing into this orc unit. All you want. 10 shots, 5 hits. So it's all decided by dice rolling. So 10 guys taking 10 shots, 5s and 6s to hit, dictated by things like range or negative penalties and their skill. They're going to charge us, but we flank them, so we intercept them. So that unit of orc cavalry on big pigs is going to get hit in the side by our cavalry. Before they come. Well, they've given my steam tank here. Okay, you may notice me calling it Steam Tank throughout the campaign. I'm a proponent of Warhammer Fantasy Battles. So yes, it's an Imperial Dreadnought, cough, cough, you know what I mean. And our Crazed Commander can use Furious Charge, so he gets to reroll all his hits. And we might as well, because we're going to hit that in the back in a second anyway. Run forward here. Do a point blank volley with our handguns. Being an orc, they're pretty tough. Yep, so... Knight Commander here is a Lance and Shield, goes to power 6. You've got better skill than the enemy, so hits on 3. So, and then he rerolls because of Furious Charge. So all hits 5s, kills one instantly. They have 2 wounds each, and he's accompanying Nutty Knights 4 times, but reroll, so it's 6 times. Sadly, they're only power 4, so I need to kind of buff their strength when I can. The benefit to hit them in the side is that they can't use all their attacks properly. Only the guy touching us can, so they get almost nothing and run away. Hit the big unit of Ork in the back with the Dreadnought. Smash. Come around, because this, I don't know if it's how strong it is in fight. Maybe it can break that, maybe it can't. And you just stand there, there's nothing else anyone can do. What does a Dreadnought do? Well, it's got 5 attacks, skill 3, power 6. So equal skill means we hit on 4s. We get 2 hits, and we have power 6, so we squash 2 Orks. They can't hit back because we're in their rear, so they just lose. And they lose. They run away. They have to roll a break test. Their discipline minus how much they lost by. Yep, perfect first fight. Could take a few more knights to buff our strength, but I think with the commander and the 4 knights with them now, we're okay. So I'm just going to take gold. Our first random event. Well, I guess we could go up or down here. It makes really no difference for us. It amounts to the exact same thing as we go there. So just the original plan, I suppose. Circle of Power. Interesting. So there you go. The first thing that happens is our Crazed Commander becomes a magical Crazed Commander. We get some spells. So Divine Favor is give a unit skill, 1000 Mouths is a ranged attack, or the best spell in the game, Hex of Ruin, reduce an enemy's defense by 3. So that one. There you go. We're now magical. I'll show that off immediately in one of these 2 battles. That one will do. Goblin Raiders. Dice and Sovel are mathematically fair. Well, until you roll badly, in which case they must be broken. There'll be a unit of pesky Goblin Wolf Rider cavalry. So alternate cav. They won't be on horses. They'll be on wolves. I guess I can leave you there to try and. There's not enough space there. Maybe there is better. You in the centre and on that side. Yeah, Wolf Riders, Wolf Riders. I can flank one of them with the cavalry. The other one's going to be tricky. I'm forced to go first. They go up to power 4 on the charge, but because I'm defense 7, I don't really care. They can't really do any meaningful damage to me, so maybe just running the the Imperial Dreadnought into them is the way to go. Yes, it's first. Can't reach, so I guess if I use full steam ahead, can I get there to reach them? There's no reason not to. Let's just go a bit further forward. No, I can't charge back, which is a shame. They move with a very smart unit, which is that one. I was hoping to see where these would move first. Just have you come this way. Right. Nothing to shoot yet. They're not going to bother us there. At least you're going to take that on. So what I'd love to do is get this unit's cavalry into the side of that rider unit. But unfortunately, the positioning of this goblin mob probably makes it so I can't quite do that. Further this way. I guess what I could do is I could ignore them for this turn, and then next turn I can maybe swing around and catch them. Hex of Ruin something. Well, there's no fighting yet, so don't bother. So the +4 movement speed wears off after a turn, so we go back to our usual size. I can't catch the ones I want, so I'll just accept that. Can't use that, so I think they're going to move first, which is annoying. I guess I can maybe bait this unit by doing this. There's no way I'm going to be able to escape with this, so I might as well do what damage I can whilst I can. That one moves first. Annoyingly, they'll probably turn and face my cavalry here, so we end up with a direct engagement, which is, I think we'll win anyway. Just get myself into a spot where I can kind of see around there to catch them if they do press on. Let's Hex of Ruin this, because they're defense 3, I'm only power 5, so we'll just make them defense 0. Interesting, they've allowed me to hit them in the side. They stayed on the... Here we go, so they get a bunch of attacks, but I get a 2+8. When defense is 3 or more higher than power, anything with a roll of a 1 is fine. So all those 2s are good to take no damage. That's what I gamed out. They're too weak. And then, because I made them defense 0, they only save on 6s, so they save nothing. They lose and get squashed. Just getting raw outstatted by the Dreadnought. Dead unit of goblins. Charge! Well, they come there after my handgunners, or we can use the handgunners in a kind of somewhat aggressive manner where we can get up to them and start shooting them, and shoot and retreat and shoot and retreat. Instantly killed 4 goblins. This unit has rallied, so of course we'd love to do something about that. We don't want them coming back, so I could just rush you up there. Yeah, we've already caught them. Well, I could shoot them. The problem is if I shoot and kill one, I might end up losing the ability to fight them. So if you kill a unit, this unit will shrink and you'll push yourself out of charge range. So let's just make sure we get there by doing that instead. Then you, do you want to Hex of Ruin them or Furious Charge? Well, let's look. They're Defense 3. Tristan is Power 6, so he doesn't benefit from Hex of Ruin. And then the Nutty Knights become Power 4, so 5s. So I think re-rolling all of our hits is slightly better than increasing just the Knights. You only use one of those, so these 4 guys re-rolling their hits is better than slightly improving the save. 3s, re-rolling. Well, I'm very glad I picked Furious Charge, because otherwise Tristan would have done nothing. 5 hits is actually 7 hits. Doing another 4 wounds, and they can hit me back, doing nothing. -2, no chance. Goes the Dreadnought. Continuing on at my handgunners, well, because they have to move first, I can shoot them and then just calmly walk away. Not at this distance. Are they actually positioned perfectly to catch me? They might have got me here. West. Ooh, it's going to be close. No, I'm fine. I can just about get to there and be alright. Eventually I'll get you around here to come hit this unit. I don't think you can quite reach them this turn. The terrain in the way. Next turn though. Hex of Ruin again. I won't need it here, so let's just help. No, actually I don't need it because we charged. We go from Power 5 to Power 6, which means we're 3 over the enemy defense, so no longer any mathematical benefit to lowering their defense. 3 hits. Squash. Run over a Wolf Rider. Bravely decide to leave the field as fast as possible. Oh, they did reach me. Oh, I see. I got pushed away from the edge. That's fine, because I knew even if they were going to catch me, I could just do this. I'm going to flee the handgunner so they can't be killed in combat. I'll go off the board, which is okay, and they get in a terrible position where I can easily flank them next turn. This won't get into the battle now, so it just falls to our heavy cavalry. There's almost no point in doing this, but I guess it slightly helps the actual unit. So again, let's make them defense 0. Let's get the Dreadnought. Tristan hits once, killing 1, and I'll hit amazingly and kill another 6. So yeah, they're broken. Now even if they held, they're routing this turn, so the battle's over at the end of this phase. Piece of cake. So XP for everyone, flat gold, and we get enough to start leveling. So the Windmere guns level up. Range, replenishment or discipline. Well, replenishment means you heal more if you healed, but they're not taking damage, and then discipline only comes up if you lose fights. So neither of those. We'll go with Imperial Veterans 1, make their attacks longer range. And then Black Betsy leveled. Skill, wounds or gold. I'm going to take the skill, because the one thing she struggles with is hitting things at a low skill 3. She hasn't got a great number of attacks, so immediately making her more consistent would be great. It's also good from a defensive standpoint, because it makes it harder for other things to hit us. So good. And then strength-wise, I think we're fine. Just take all the gold again. Go into our first armor. Again, I have a choice between up and down. Doesn't make a huge difference. Ooh, interesting. Dragon, Dreadnought, or Halberd. So I'd love to pick up this as well. So I could get the Dreadnought and the Lances, which really matter to me. Otherwise, what would I do? That would technically be, I guess, the best choice. I guess what I could do, well, if it's truly a random campaign, then what I should probably do is randomize this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to whip out my phone here. Random number generator from 1 to 3. Let's see if I can show off what we get. Like, I can't obviously show this, but you have to trust me that I'm just rolling random dice. So let's have a look. So you're 1, you're 2, you're 3. Hit the button. I'll find some way to incorporate this on screen later, but for now we're just going to have to make do with me. Number generator, just typing it in. What would we want? Well, I kind of figure this out. Probably the best choice would be the dragon, because it's cheap, it's discounted, and obviously just great in terms of what it does. Good, okay, so min-max, so we're going to put 1 to 3. Generate. Ta-da! 1. Okay, well it will be the dragon in that case, so I'm happy that. Lucky us, we get the best choice. Maybe I can incorporate after the fact. I can put like one of those spinning wheels on so I can show you the roll. It won't happen in real time because I can't tab out, but you'll get the gist. So 76 gold left. I can buy plate barding, which will drop me to, what is it, 41, which is exactly enough to get the lance and shield as well. So that's a perfect buy. So that one and that one. Increase the defense, increase the attack power of our knights. So as random chance goes, obviously I can now increase their size later to make them more beneficial, but that's pretty much perfect. So there you go, we got some more choice of names. I think what I'll name you. So you're a crazed commander. Another word for crazed, because I'm going to name you Kooky. Obviously that spells cookie, but it's how do I pronounce it so it's Kooky, as in weird. Maybe like this. There you go. Kooky, the crazed knight commander, and his nutty knights. We'll think about the dreadnought and dragon and handgunners later. We get another random event, which is cool. So continue the randomness. Forgotten Tomb. Okay, so I'm gonna participate. I'm not going to ignore the random events. So you send guys in, they possibly die, but in exchange you get gold and maybe fish out magic items. So yeah, let's be nuts and send in all of the handgunners. Normally not remotely how I would do this under normal circumstances, but hey, it's random, so let's go. Enter the all 10 of you go in. I lose 8 of 10 of the unit. It basically dies to a man, but I get a magic item and gold. So there you go. We're participating in the next battle without that unit in effect, which is an elite, so we've made this very hard for ourselves. It's Gundrick Anvilhide. I guess we can use them as a distraction if nothing else. So you go down the flank, dragon in the center, and you just there to hold things' attention, why not? I'm up against crossbows, deep guard, and a dwarf foreman. Deep guard are annoying in that how durable they are, so let's just use you first. And I start tickling them. Or not at that range. Just come forward and start shooting me. I have a 2-up save, so they can't really bother me. I'm happy for the steam take, the dreadnought to go into those again. I can't reach them to shoot or attack, so I'll just do the extra movement for now. That cone will decrease in a second, so that's a bit deceptive in how big it is. So Windtail here, the dragon, has Fire Breath Power 5, so he can hurt these at range. None of these can really catch us, so I guess I can kind of scoot around. I guess I could lower their defense first and then try birding them, but I'll save that for when I go in. 555, they're fine. It'll take a long time to shoot my way through deep guard. They're coming around there. I'd like to flank something with this unit eventually, so just get you a start. We're avoiding the terrain because it tends to half your movement, which is a shame. And this is going to catch us. Me first. Again, if I just use these to kind of stall for time. No hits again. Brilliant work. They use this one first. Probably a close range shot still, so I might take a wound or two. Yeah, double one. So it depends now. Where's that unit going to go? If it locks onto me, I'd love to get the dreadnought into the side of this crossbow unit if I can. So I can obviously get there. Is it majority in the side? Just hover them? Yes, it should be. So I see them. Majority side. That should be okay. The only way this doesn't work is if they come over here to annoy me, but it's worth a go. I'm going to charge and hit and kill them anyway, so let's steam gun this unit. Double one, excellent. Killing none of them. I haven't done a single wound with my ranged output yet. That's a good move on their part, but I can flank that unit, so they're pretty slow. They're not going to be able to get around to bother me, so let's instead use you first. I'll kind of move you far enough over here such that I probably can't be caught by then. It's definitely still on the side. Yes, in fact I can go even further. Just buy myself as much space away from those as possible. Even further than that. Like that, so there's no way I can be intercepted by the other deep guard. I can still reach and hit those. Very clever that they left those till last. I was hoping they would move so I could counter position them with the dragon, but no such luck. So where are they going to go? Where would I not want them to go is the question, I guess. I have to use you regardless, so... You know, double 3, start roasting these warriors. They can't charge because it's going to be locked in place by this, so I really don't want to fight it head on is the problem. So I'm going to move into such a position where I can counter them if they were to try to move to hit my poor dreadnought. So maybe over here. So I don't think they can quite catch me. Maybe they need to go a bit further probably. So I'll be able to see them. Let's twist a bit more. 5 is probably good enough. So I'll probably see them if they come over here to hit you. That's not very good. And now I can definitely see them. So if they come there, you can intercept them. And I don't think they can quite catch you. No need to Hex of Ruin yet. They did do that, so I'm going to have to send them there. That was good positioning on my part. I can get them, freeze them in place, so I'll flank all 3 of these units. So that one first, so they can't move. Then this one. Then this one. They're going to take a while to come around and catch us, which gives me a tiny bit of breathing room to escape. Now for a choice, I can either Furious Charge or Hex of Ruin. Where does it matter? Well, I want this unit not to be stuck here because Deep Guard are a pain because of the Masterwork armor ability down the bottom left there. It means whatever they should be saving on, it improves their save by 1. So I'm power 3, 4, 5 on the charge because of the Lance adding 2. So increase over the hand weapon. So it'll be equal to the save on 4+, but then Masterwork will allow them to save on 3+. So I'm going to do very little and I'm going to get trapped here. Is a problem. We have equal skills, so I'm only going to get like 4 hits. So I probably have to help this unit. So I'm going to Hex of Ruin these and just leave you 2 to your own devices with these 2. That makes them 2, so it makes me 3 greater than them, so 6s become 5s. It's a big deal. There's nothing else. Well, I'll say there's nothing else to do. The handgun is here. If I rush you, maybe I can have you distract these Deep Guard. Again, they would save on 3s, but it's improved to 2s because of their impressive armor. So no help for Cookies in a duel as Gundrick here. Gundrick's got the shield wall, so he reroll saves, but he still fails to... Oh, he saves all 3 times. I take only 1 wound. Phew, I'm still alive. And then the Dragon, Windtail, hits a couple times. They'll get to reroll a save, so only kill 1. I do win combat because we're defense 6, so we're tough. So we're buying the armor there means they can only hit me on a roll of a 1, so we'll be okay. We have better skill than these now because of skill 4. Run over 3 dwarves. Take a wound. Stop rolling 1s, please. It's awful. Okay, yeah, now I'm going to get stuck here. This is the one that matters. We hit below average, that's not good. And they only take 2 casualties. We would really hope that they break here. This is the only turn they will, otherwise we're stuck with... Okay, you're going to get pincered from both ends and you're going to have a bad time with this. They've been caught, so unless these break and run away now, you're in trouble. I can't get the handgunners there to stop them. Throw them in with a charge just to be a hassle, but nope. And then here, again, we could Hex of Ruin something or Furious Charge something. I need one of these combats to free up because I need someone to come help, you know, somewhere. How do I want to do this? Hex of Ruin. This one, again, I'll be down to power 3 now, so even if I did... It means they become defense 2, so I still hit and kill them on 5s, which is good. Or I could commit to this unit. I could Hex of Ruin these. Reduce them to 2? Yeah, defense 2. So he'll wound them on 5 ups and the Dragon wound them on 6 ups. That should allow me to win. I think we'll win this one and this is lost regardless. So I'm going to prioritize this one. It's the best bet of me winning these 2 combats and then free to run around and kill these 2 units. You hit 2 times. Good. The character's dead. We're alive, and then the Dragon only hits once. That's unfortunate. That would have been a lot of damage. So they hold because the Dragon did so poorly. We're still trapped with them. Over here, 4 hits, only 1 casualty. Take no damage. Please break. Eventually someone will fail a break test somewhere and we'll get out of this. Oh, now you hit well on the turn I chose not to help you. That would have been... Oh, how unlucky. That would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 casualties. Instead we actually lost combat. I would have preferred you run away there, because then you could have escaped them. They wouldn't have been able to charge you. And now we're all stuck everywhere. Nothing I can do. Just use this now, see if you can get out. You're not going to be able to do anything to these. You can't shoot into stagnant combat, so you can't fire. Now I get to reroll, which is nice. Oh wow, they rolled terribly for their saves. Okay, now I've done a lot of damage. Surely that's enough. You rolled double 1, which is a shame. But they have broken. Finally free here. And over there. Steam Tank gets another 2. Takes another wound for its efforts. Still stuck. You will eventually hammer every single dwarf crossbow. Farewell, Imperial Knights. You're about to get hurt. Okay, you're fighting against the first unit, but this unit charged. So it does horrendous damage to you. Yeah. When you fail a break test when you're surrounded, you don't run away. You get completely engulfed and cut down. There's nowhere to run. Well, I'm not going to charge those because it's a bit pointless. I'm just going to leave it. They're going to come after me. Let's pass. They're going to come after you. Or just hold that unit's attention basically forever, please. Hey, we got one. Good shot. Escape. They do rally, so I need to do something about this warrior unit. Again, if I don't stop them, they're going to end up recharging my cannon, so I probably have to walk over here and kill them as well. And annoyingly, the cover is going to save them from most of the damage output from the flames. Please hurry up, Dreadnought. All 5 hits. Okay, there's one left. There's another wound. And you're still stuck in combat with 1 crossbow. Right. Save our cannon. Dwarves showing exactly what they're good at here. Just, oh, so lucky they made the wrong choice. They came after my handgunners. Okay, so you can both... What an amazing unit this is going to be, this battle. How much enemy attention it's holding. So at last, finish these 2 off. Okay, you kill that one guy twice. Down here. Kuki gets 1. Intel gets the other 2. Finally, hooray. Charge, just going to make our way over to start killing them now. They're after me for reasons obvious. Let's do this one first. I guess what I could do is just stay at range and steam gun and fire breath them over and over again. I've got great saves, but eventually they'll roll 1s and die. Also after the dragon now, so if you can come back here and distract them again. That unit if we can. Where do you want to get to? Probably over here. Hey, double 3, max damage. 1. No, given the amount of agony we've suffered over this one, I don't see much cause to get stuck in combat. Yeah, they're routing this turn, so once this happens, you can just hammer the spacebar and skip everything and get through. Nothing they do is irrelevant. There's not going to be any more fight, so skip, 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 skip. Yep, the knights are gone. I'll have to fix that now. They do get 2 back for free from passive replenishment, which is nice. Kuki leveled. Attacks, skill, or... Well, he's already skill 6 because of prowess, so don't worry about that. We'll just go with the attacks. And the knights leveled. Size, skill, or discipline. Well, for them... 7 is honestly okay for now, because it's going to take me a while to get back up there anyway, so we'll go with the skill so they can hit things more consistently. You're absolutely going to need your guys back, as are you. 5 of 7 on the dragon is sufficient to be combat viable. And then I'll try and get away with 4 of 8 on the dreadnought, because I need some gold income. Okay, we have to go down here for the random event, so we're going to take this battle. Oh dear, it's on a very fleshed out force. Try and patch them up with this one. Okay, them going first. Let's position around. I guess you can come down the flank again. You down that one. Stand and cover. You're in the centre, maybe behind the rock, because you can fly over it. Right, wolf riders, wolf riders, wolf riders. Well, we've seen that the steam tank can obviously defeat these no problem. They've got no shooting, so let's just pass and see what they do. Okay, don't shoot into the trolls. That's a waste of your damage output. Ideally, I'd wait for that unit to move so I can counteract them with these 2. I need to kind of stall for a bit, so let's go with you first. Just inch forward. Can I maybe start killing off some goblins there? Yes. 1. We're 24 more turns and I'll be through all of them. And just back off out the woods. But I know where both of these have landed, so it's quite easy for me to scupper them out. Can I? Question for me. He's going to come this way. Can I get one of these into one side and one of these into the other? Well... where does their back arc start? About there, so I'd have to move to here and then twist. So I can see them and get there. The problem is you have to be able to draw a straight line from the centre you're charging to where the centre of your base. So you have to draw... Obviously I can't get there without being hit by them, so let's try a side charge. I can do it, obviously. I'm well in their range, but I think I can freeze them in place with the dragon, so I can see them, they're in range. The majority flank, and then can I fit my unit there? I think it's going to be close. I think I can just about squeeze them in there. With only 4, I think I can. So it's worth a try. They're going to be stuck, so don't worry about those. After my tank, because they move first, I can actually counteract you. Actually, maybe I can let them charge them, but no, I'd rather just get rid of them quickly. At least counter charge. So hit them. That doesn't matter. So now you, of course, with your big 20 movement, want to get over here. Oh, it works, of course, but I've got a problem in that I'm not going to be able to... I'm going to block my own charge here with this body, so maybe I can rely on... Flying units don't care about the whole straight line thing, so if I can just get you in a place where you can see them and charge, that would do. So I can't be seen by any enemies there. I can clearly see you. That's my line of sight kind of there, that's in you. So, and where's the side arc start? I need to be further this way. I don't think I can get to the side, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just take them head on, because I outranged them. The issue with that is that I have to charge first, otherwise if they charge me, then I can't intercept them. I can't get there and allow them to still draw that needed line. It's easy enough to do this, certainly. I've blocked off my own charge options. I don't think I can do any better, so I'll just take this one for now. Breathing fire, well that one's going to get killed, so just start reducing their numbers. And I'm not quite out of the dragon's mouth there, but we'll forgive you. Maybe next turn I can get onto them with the knights. They would have charged first, so it wouldn't have worked. I have to intercept them this way. And then I can't even draw line of sight anymore because I blocked it, so never mind. Counter that. Should be 2 relatively easy wins. Go after my poor handgunners, you'll never catch them. Let's just shoot and scoot. About there. Just around to fire. I'm outside of range, good. The problem with firing them with trolls is that they regenerate. So look, we've done a wound. Excellent. They heal all of their recovering wounds at the end of each turn, so unless you kill a troll outright, they're just going to get all of those wounds back for free. Here, do you want to use some spells? Well, here, I'm already power 7 with the dragon, 6 with Kuki, so no, there's no point in using those. So, and over here, I think we're power 6 with the charge and only defense 3, so Hexa Rune serves no purpose anywhere, just use previous charge. They stayed in place, so once this unit dies and runs, they're going to charge me, at which point I'll have to flee. So I'm going to flee. I'm going to escape it by just running away. I've got a choice then. I can get you ready for next turn when this unit's gone. If they charge that unit, they won't be able to position or move. So what I can do instead is start getting you ready to counteract and flank that unit afterwards by putting them into the side. Obviously no help this turn, but next turn we'll be on them. There we go. So they hit above average, which is annoying, but no ones, please. Okay, 1-1 of 6 dice is perfectly average. I hit 4 times, and I run over 1.5 Wolf Riders. Make this break. Like a good exchange. Over there, Kuki gets 4 attacks now, hitting every single time. 1.5 Wolf Riders as well. Dragon kills another 2. We take a wound, that's annoying. Anything but a 1 would have been fine. Here they go. You're going to get charged here, but I'm not going to let them hit you, don't worry. If I'm lucky, you'll stay on the field. If not, I do. No, just managed to get himself off. That's unfortunate. You're in a bit of trouble there, so I need to think about... Can I get you to safety? Can I wiggle around? Yes, I can just about escape here. So take a point-blank shot on the move. 5 hits. Maybe you can do 3 wounds if you're lucky. No, you did 1, so they're fine. Just get away from them to the best of your ability. Like so. They don't come after me there, which is much appreciated, because it lets me... If we're really greedy, you want to try rear charging this unit instead of side charging them. Yes, we can. Might as well. They break, so they're going to run away, so I don't have to worry about them, which is very well timed, because I want you to come over here and hit that unit in the side. I can even steam gun them. If I kill one, though, you've got to be careful, because I won't be in range anymore. They'll shrink to the point where I can't hit them. Is that really the end of the world? Nah. Kill a troll while you can. See, I did kill one. And oh, no, they're still in range. I'm still okay. Good. I got away with it. I didn't shrink that much. Hammer those. You can eliminate these. Will they come? Well, I can use the handgunners to skirmish with this unit now. I have to stick the woods block line of sight, so if you want to see into them, you're going to have to move there. Now I can see, if you're touching it now, I can see through, get my one shot. This will be easy. This is slightly questionable because of how tough trolls are. Yeah, I do only a single wound. Actually, wow, you took double one and drew. You're actually going to lose to the trolls eventually. Guess it falls to the knights to come back over here and lend me a hand. Now, frustratingly, this unit has reached these, so they can charge into the dreadnought if it's still there. Realistically, with one wound, I think it's going to die anyway. I can escape even with the woods in my way, so I'm just going to do this quickly. Can I turn and shoot them? Not really, so let's come this way. Be definitely safe, and then just do it like so. I need to get the knights over here quickly. Come around, come around. Forward, come around. Can't reach them yet, but next turn. And you do one more wound, and then you die because you can't roll a save to save your life. Oh, they're entirely in troll charge range now. Yeah, just flee. There's no point in taking the fight. Well, at this point, the enemy morale is sufficiently low enough that if I just waste time and skip a bunch of turns, they'll eventually give up and concede. Which is the way to go, because I could rear charge any of these units and break them with the knights. The question then becomes, the other one would probably use the opportunity to jump on me, which is not ideal. So we're just going to lame it out and get away from them. Yeah, you'll never catch me, and I can just wait until your morale collapses. It's not really morale collapsing, is it? It's more, maybe they just get fed up chasing after a unit they can't catch. And routing this turn. There we go. Now we can skip. Skip. Hey, we won! Glorious victory! Air quotes. Oh, my poor dreadnought. So when the dragon runs off the field like that, it doesn't lose its wounds, so you're still perfectly healthy, which is good. So the dragon levels replenish. I don't need replenishment, we're pretty healthy, so I'll just take the attacks for being a bit more potent. Otherwise, the dreadnought obviously needs a heal. Up to 4 is good. The handgunners can be at full strength. The knights can be at 6, which is ideal. And the gold. Okay, so we've basically managed to limp our way back up to an actual complete force. Another random event, and then gold, and another random event. So let's do some randomness. Mercenary commander. Yeah, okay. It's going to mean when I go to the shop, I basically can't do anything, but I can buy some upgrades, so go for it. Very good. Continue. We have a mercenary commander and a shop that I can't buy any units in, so just spend some cash otherwise. So for you, 134, hey? You could buffer or in Stoneforge the dwarf engineer. Great weapon or pistol things. Probably the pistol actually, because it comes with its own ranged option. And then the actual flying machine can improve its defense and become super fast. So it's 85 points spent there. And another 35, so that's what, 70, 125? If you bought everything you wanted on the dwarf, leaving you with basically nothing for anyone else, you'd probably want some of these. The extra defense on you is basically a no-brainer. I can pick up aerodynamic hull later because I've already moved 20, so get that one. 99, and I'd probably like to spend 50 on you, leaving me with 49, which is 1 gold shy of being able to buy Heartseeker. Shame. In that case, let's do Curse Stand for you to make you a bit more potent. Maybe then pick up the pistol for you because we've been using a lot of shooting with the dwarf. Yeah, we have our new flying machine. That's the dwarf flying machine there. Great Thunderer. Okay. Another random dice. See what we're in for. An optional battle. Well, we have to take it. That's probably the best possible outcome for us because we get gold, we get XP. I think we get a magic item just for winning. The downside, of course, is it's against a big unit of angry giants who are not pushovers. You're taking a bit too much damage now, so I can probably spend this battle doing a lot of kiting with my very mobile army. We'll just come around here. Giant. So you don't want to fight these head on if you have any say. Hex of Ruin here might save me a lot because I can make them defense 3, which means when I hit them with these units, I can maybe assassinate them in 1 turn. So let's pick... You're going to eventually get knighted. So if I bring you over here, I'll kill this one off first. defense 6, so it's going to take a while to burn through it, but eventually someone will recharge that unit. He's going to come forward. Well, I can ignore them for at least a bit. Fortunately, because the handgun is a power 4, they get 3 up saves instead of 2 up, so the handgunners can actually hurt them. Let's come forward. You can steam gun. Kind of more machine gets +2 defense from rerolls 1s. Yes, I think so. So immediately. Oh, I can do it. Wow, that's an incredible synergy I didn't think about. So I can make my Imperial Dreadnought defense 9 and get it reroll 1s. Oh yeah, defense 9 Dreadnought. Okay, basically invincible. So inch forward, take a shot, and inch back out. Unfortunately, you're only power 3, so only 1s will hurt, but eventually we'll kill it. And just come back further. Your steam gun is also pretty short range. What is your power? Also power 3. Can you get a shot and then run away? Takes me about 6.6, and I'll use 6.6 and 2.6 left, which is more than enough to escape. So yes, this works. We've gained out. So there. Shoot. Injured one. We reroll our 1s now, so we get more damage. Yep. Kill that one next turn, and then we back off as planned. Perfectly safe. It's another unit. Oh yeah, you. Actually, if I have you just fly around and burn that one to death, what I can do is I can bring you over here. Yeah, the dragon alone could defeat that giant, so I'm going to have you make your way over this way to come kill one of these for us. We're forced to move first, which is really good news for us. Do you want a Hex of Ruin something? Maybe later. Not a burning priority this turn. Haha, burning, get it? Just come this way, he'll never ever be able to catch a dragon. Forward you come, can easily just shoot you and run away. 6 hits, so about 2 wounds on average. Yep. Average dice rolling works, and then just get to safety. This is where things are going to get a bit annoying. You can obviously escape this. You can't. You might be stuck here. I guess I could move forward and kind of angle myself in the corner because he'll be gone. Let's move you first, because that will reveal what the other ones are doing. Around the long way so you can get through the woods. Already comes good. I know where they all are now at least, so finish off this one. 1-1 is all we needed. Perfect. And these other ones are all stuck, so if I can't escape with you, then I guess I can put you here. The pistol is power 4. So it's actually going to be the dwarf. He's dual pistos here. You need to kind of wiggle her out of this. I don't want you in combat. Not this way. There's got to be enough space to fit into the corner here. Now, annoyingly, I'm fearless, so I can't just flee if I get charged. I have to actually outposition them. That obviously works there. That's good. Yeah, we managed it. Phew. I could just use extra movement if I needed it, but I don't, so... Am I going to get pushed off the side and into charge range? I think there's enough space there that the game won't punish me. We may as well use our extra movement while we can. We're now definitely safe. Skip. Don't fight giants unless you have to. Rolling those 1s and 2s. We're already halfway there. Maybe when it's low enough, I'll just charge into the back and kill it, but not now. We've gone forward after him, so let's... You're probably going to turn this way. Let's use you first then. Who are we picking on now? That one. Make your way around here. I'd love for you to rear charge one of these giants. Start steam gunning. To be fair, defense 9, after the charge turn, the giant will go up to power 7, so I'll get a 3-up save. But for every turn after that, even the giants will be failing to wound it on anything but a 1. But my ability to roll 1s has been proven as quite impressive this campaign, so I'm not going to let them scrape off a bunch more wounds. I'm about to go into the Act 1 boss, so I would like some health back. We're perfectly fine as we are. no damage. Can you do 4 wounds on average if I just charge it now? I have better skill to both of us. One of you is power 6, one of you is power 7. So you're wounding on 4s, the dragon's wounding on 5s. 6 attacks, 4 attacks. I can use Hex of Ruin or Furious Charge. I think I can just kill it this turn. Getting bored of jumping around. Some Orang, he might come forward enough to catch me, so let's just do this and turn and run. Yes, he did. Someone's going to have to engage this unit now. What I can probably do... I guess I can hit it on 3 angles simultaneously. I can hit it with the Knights, the Engineer, and the Dreadnought. Who do you want to get fought by it, basically? There's no way... I guess, well, no, they can flee, so I don't actually have to worry about them being caught. The problem is you and your inability to escape. I think even with 4 extra points of movement, that's not going to get you to safety there. I could sacrifice the Engineer just by having it rear charge, and then it will turn and start to kill you. At which point I can then just rear charge it with this one and finish it off. That's fine. Roll me those lovely ones. Here. Another one. Okay, so we can beat it fairly easily now. You, how far can you get? Pretty far, but it would be a hit in the side. And I don't want to get 5 swings into the Knights and end up losing one unnecessarily. Accept. And flee. Now I could take this charge. I'm not going to though, because I'd rather use Hex of Ruin with this. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to flee, and now if you don't rally, you're in a bit of trouble, so maybe I can hit the back with that unit. So let's do this now. We'll Hex of Ruin you. Defense 3, so you might have a chance of killing it. And then Fire Breath. Damage yet. What I really like, do you rally? Yes, they do. That's convenient, because then I get to flee again if I have to. You, this is obviously dealt with, so actually turn around. Come over here and see if you can catch the giant over there for me. Probably not this turn, I'm afraid. The trees are slowing us down just a bit too much. I went around the trees instead. Makes no difference, because you end up just wasting your movement going around and not getting any closer. I don't think I can quite catch it in the back. Close. Obviously fine, so just start coming over there. And if we're very, very lucky, the Engineer will and Flying Machine will get this in 1 turn before it can turn around and hit us. 2 hits, which is good. 5 saves. 1 wound, 2 left, so it falls to the machine. 3 hits is enough. You just need to do 2 wounds. Got it. Excellent. Hex of Ruin there, proving its immediate worth. Charge again. I'm going to flee again. I'm never going to let you catch me. Fairly certain that all of these units, even with move 20, aren't going to get their steam guns to just fly over. Might pistol it though. Okay, now who would you want to rear charge this if you had a choice? Probably this unit. I can use Curse Standard. We get 3 attacks each. I'd get 18 attacks in total. I have better skill, so I'd hit on 3 up, so I get about 12 hits on average. I'll be power 5, and I'll reduce your defense to 3 with Hex of Ruin. So it gets a 5 up save. How many? So that'd be 12 hits. It gets about... It only takes about half of... Sorry, 6 hits, isn't it? No, 18. Becomes 12 hits. And then 2/3 of... You take about 8 wounds. It takes... Mathematically, it takes exactly 8 wounds and dies if I rear charge it. Obviously a bit of a risk, though. Just come forward and steam gun it. You can do just 1 wound here. It would massively make a difference to odds of you killing it in 1 turn. Gives them a much better chance. They do rally, so I can flee again. I don't think I have the space for it this time, though, is the problem. Depends. Is this wood... This wood's going to prevent me from reaching. Dear, oh dear. So in that case, I probably have to use the dragon to stop charging them in the back. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. I can come over here and I can hit it in the side and take some damage on the dragon, which is not the end of the world. They can't flee because it's got a faster movement than them, so they're just going to end up pinned and caught. So you're going to have to come right over here to hit it in the flank because you can't reach with a back charge. No Hexaruin as of yet, I'll save that. Not enough move speed to get out of charge range yet, and no one else can. I could send you in, but that's kind of pants. You're not able to kill it, but you might, if I Hexaruin it, you might be able to kill it in turn. That's in a really annoying position where if it is still alive, you'll be hitting the back as well. So to remedy that, I guess I can put you over here, hit in the side. I'm going to charge you in. Let's commit to doing as much damage as I can while I can. No wounds. I think they can do 3. What's better? So where it would improve the saving throws from the dragon by 1 and yours by 2 because you're only power 6, whereas this allows for re-rolling all the charges, or the hits rather. I think it's the Hexaruin is the better choice here. And eventually you can wheel up and hit it in the side for me. If you want to just come over here and be in the way, and obviously nothing they can do about that there. An extra wound, good. Even easier to kill it when I charge in. There we go. No rerolls hit, so but it's harder to hit, but then we do more consistent damage when we do. I think it'll just about survive though. It takes 6 wounds. It's live on 1, isn't it? But it does run away. So despite being fearless, it doesn't suffer any penalties, but it rolled terribly. So much so that it was forced off the field. Can't flee. It would have been great if I could just flee there. That would have actually been perfect. I couldn't gamble that this combat would be possible, so there's no way I could know. But so who do you want to charge? Well, that's the only option to prevent him from being hit in the front. I might lose a knight. It's not the end of the world. Nothing else to do. He's definitely going to die. Guess I'll get the dragon ready in case he's miraculously still alive. Everyone else just sits there. Curse Standard, 18 attacks. Curse Standard magic item I bought increases our attacks by 1. I like to 12 hits on average, killing it instantly. Oh, you rolled not a single. If you rolled a single save, you would have kept your 5. Well, I guess I regenerate 1 knight for free, so I'll go up to 5 anyway. So it makes actual no difference. Because if you lost 1, you won't get 1 back, and if you lost 2, I think I get 1. Yeah, so you're at 5. End result is identical. Dragon's fine with that much health. The handgun is leveled. Reroll 1s. Take the reroll 1s. Just shoot more accurately. Black Betsy leveled. Gets another attack. Yes, please. Go up to basically full strength. Perfect. You're already full strength. You're already full strength. I'm happy with 5 knights, or would I like 7? 7's weird because you end up with 6 in the front rank and 1 at the back, which makes you... Basically, it's really easy for enemies to accidentally intercept you and can't get around things to flank them and be useful. So the difference of 1 knight I'm willing to live with, just for the gold and the kind of tactical versatility. Oh, good. Unyielding. Reroll failed damage saves. Is that on? There's much better ones we could have gotten, but it's not bad. Makes him a better duelist. Cruelty would have been the one you really wanted. There you go. Our random army here going for the Act 1 boss. Into Prince Ias, quite a bit of shooting. Come on, Kuki. Show us what you can do. Okay. How are we going to do this? Well, you can fly, so you can go straight over this annoying bit of middle terrain. I'll give the... Who needs the mechanical reinforcement more? It adds, what, 2 defense. So you can become defense 7 on that if you wanted, or make you defense... it depends what the strength... Let's have a look at what the strength of the enemy is. If there's anything that's power high enough that I would need 9, then I can use it there. If not, I could just use it on myself and make even the flying machine borderline indestructible. Yeah, you can both fly over that. You can take that flank. You sort of there and there. Seems reasonable. No cover at all for me to rely upon, so just enjoy being shot by their long range stuff. Right, they're going to go first. They're going to shoot me. Their range is sufficient that I can't possibly escape, so... Your defense 6, so I guess I would want to go first with one. Let's just move you around the side. There's no way I can shoot anything, so just more speed. Well, they come. I was kind of hoping that... Well, I guess if that's moved, I can now put you here to fly over and start killing Elf Watchers and use mechanical expertise on yourself. I don't think I can be caught by any of the annoying melee units, so I can get to there. I can reach them to start cooking. This probably gets you ballisted, though, is the downside to this strategy. Would he survive? I'll be defense 7 and you're only power, what, like 5? So if I use... I think I'm okay. So do this. Come hard as nails. And then you could do more effective damage to the Watchers. 5 is really good. Yep, just 2 less shots. Come forward just a touch, because I don't want you to be accidentally caught. I think we're okay there. Okay, well they've decided they're going to come kill you anyway. I was kind of hoping they'd go somewhere else. Depending on where the chariot lands, maybe I can flank them. Hit the Watchers above everything else because you can reduce damage output. 301s, no extra help there. Hit 2 less Watchers. 40% of the unit's gone before it ever got to shoot, which is good. That's yet to move, so let's pass and force them to do stuff. Yeah, you're going to get point blank, but you have a 2-up save because you're, you know, quite tough now. Now me, they haven't gone yet. Do I want to put Dragon there? You'll get ballisted. It's Bolt Throw is power 6, so I'd only get a 4-up save, whereas this gets a 3-up save. Depends how lucky you are. Just trying to wait because I want to see where that moves first. I bet you anything they're just going to wait until I move. They'll use that and then that last, so I have to go smashing right into it. I think that's certainly what's going to happen. Yes, you can get to that. Just take the Bolt Throw. It's not going to kill you in one shot, so you'll take a bunch of nasty damage at the end of the world. Throw some more Watchers. Saloon is not needed. 2 hits and a 4-up save. Take 2 wounds, fine. Just leaves you 2, so I guess we're charging into each other head on. If you're a bit greedy, maybe I can... It depends what line. If I'm closer to that unit, then I can charge them. Let's back off as much as I can from the chariot. It has to be at least... I have to get close enough to do the flank, of course, over here. I can see them now. It's definitely majority side. Maybe we can go a bit further that way. It's not helping me. Point. More movement this way. The problem with this is that I'm fairly confident that you can be intercepted from the front if the line being drawn is shorter, and I'm really confident that line is shorter, but I can't do any better. Fine. We'll kill the chariot in 1 turn of combat. That's not the end of the world. I can. Oh, it's close. I can try this. Worth a go. I might get. If I get intercepted, so be it. Yeah, everything's going to happen. Can he actually reach me there? You would assume so. Again, I could try this, but it's not going to let me. Are they not legally allowed to charge me? Why would they not be allowed to charge? Because it's a side. The majority of the unit is in the side arc, and they can't fit into the side. So they can't do anything. Aha. So we'll take 1 or 2 casualties here, but we'll win. And these are easy wins as well. So just the big blocks left to deal with now. First, I don't want to get stuck in combat with this. Kill it as fast as possible. You'll kill these 4 and then flee, so that's okay. It's defense 4. We're power 6 and 7 respectively, so probably consistency is more important. Furious charge. After me there, or you're in for getting shot to death. 1s. Still no help from reroll 1s. Here, if you just want to get out of their range and start shooting. Okay. How many do I lose? It gets 4 hits. Okay, I only lose 1, that's pretty lucky. Oh wow, it rolled enough 4-ups that it didn't die instantly. 7 of 11. Ran away anyway. Here, you do nothing. You do 2. 1 wound. Uh-oh, they're going to hold. Oh, they are. Okay, well now you're in. Because you didn't break them, you're in for getting hit in the back, and that's unfortunate. Well, the bolt throw is at least instant dead. Yep. Okay, that's sad. But I guess it doesn't really change anything because you're going to have to flee off the field anyway. long term, the only difference it makes is that I have to waste time healing you at the end of the battle screen instead of you being at basically full HP. Okay, let's do... You're going to die here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you over here. Leave you around, because once this is dead, I can then kill the Watchers with flamethrowers. If I'm not going to participate in any further combats, I guess I can Hexagram on this to speed up killing it with a ranged fire. Chasing the knights around, I'll never let you catch them. That's a quite scary unit. I can just shoot this free of charge. All hits still below average, and then 6s because they're what? Defense 1. It's a lot easier to get some range damage in. 5 left. Let's just get up here and get out of the way. Just about escape for now. One left. Oh, you might actually kill the unit with a... Okay, we don't even have to bother shooting at it. No damage from those. 2 damage, so we lost, which is a shame. It would have been better if you ran away, because you would have kept that wound. Now you're going to go down to 0. Skip, there's no need to get embroiled in ugly fights. Yeah, just run around a bit. I guess if this unit somehow survives, you can then recharge it and pummel the last blue elves to death. Finally a good hit roll, killing all of them. Here, well, here to start hurting this as and when you can. You do much the same. You can come over there and immediately start cooking the elf noble and weapon masters. More, way to go. You'll need to roll 1-1, I'm afraid. Fine. Single entity monsters like that can be healed relatively effectively. Not too big a loss. The rest of this is easy to deal with. Want to recharge that unit? No, honestly, even exposed such as it is, the characters will enter a duel. They'll do some wounds to me. I don't have recharge or anything like that. So after that one, we'll just draw. You could, however, smack into the back of the spearman. That's a good use of your time. Not this turn, but next turn. Gunners. Spearman. Bizarrely, over the random choice we've taken, we've got a somewhat well-balanced army. Some ranged options, some kind of dedicated, like melee hitting, some flying, nice and versatile. Get through that whole unit with just the dragon, eventually. Easily come over there and show them who's boss. You've escaped their range. Don't need to be concerned about this unit because it's stuck in place in a second. Why not do a little bit of extra damage while you can? Get you into short range, yep. Can I trust you to kill 5? I think so. Charge. Nope, just continue barbecuing. Interesting. Well, this unit's going to be dead, so after it's gone, you can then flee away from them. So don't worry about this unit being here. It can't catch you. Speaking of which, I'm only power 5 on the charge and they're defense 4, so I'm not going to risk it. So we'll make them defense 1, make sure we absolutely get through that. I can't afford for you to be stuck there. Just doing this for the more casualties you inflict, the faster you deplete the enemy's morale over there, so you might as well while you can. 6 hits, killing all 6, good. There you go. Don't have to worry about those annoying. But they didn't roll a single 5 or 6, so it was irrelevant, but you know. Still good due diligence. They're routing this turn, so we're safe. No more damage to that unit. And what would happen is we would just collapse on this and shoot and kill them. Bizarrely, they can somehow move after failing a charge. That shouldn't be possible. I just shoot. I'm just going to do it out of petty malice. You could just skip at this point, but spend an extra couple seconds seeing how much damage I can do. I don't think I can quite finish them all off because Ice has got 3 wounds. Ice and 2 friends, and that's it. They would have rallied anyway. Yeah, that's that. So once we got the army up to an actual decent kind of size, we weren't all dying, then we were okay. Bunch of levels, that's appreciated. Cookie leveled. Skill, I don't really need either of those, so just go with the post-battle income. Orange Stoneforge, up to Dwarven Engineer leveled. Extra attacks from reroll ranged and combat attacks against ranged units. That's pretty great because I'm going to be throwing him into ranged units a lot. With his speed, he's kind of a dedicated anti-backline range thing, so might be overall more consistent than just giving him 1 extra attack. Because it's ranged as well, so it helps with his pistol. Doesn't apply to the machine, of course, but never mind. So you're ranged, you can have your Steam Gun be power 4, get an extra wound or extra gold. I like the power. Knights. Finally, okay, so the best, we missed out on the best upgrade for 3 turns. Imperial Elites 1, reroll all your missed attacks. Just probably in the running for one of the best XP level upgrades in the game. That and like Salamander aspect for the Lizard. So full HP, go up to 6 is perfect. You can heal, and you can take gold. Excellent, so Act 2. Obviously we'll stop here. Let's have a quick gander though at our random event options. Well, I can immediately see we can do 1, 2... and we get, what, 3, 4? So yeah, another 4, so 8 thus far. We can go 1, no, there's 2, it's not as good. So that's definitely the path you want to take. Gives you a bunch of, 1, 2, 3, that's pretty impressive. So another 4. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. You'll see in post if I manage to somehow figure out how to get the random wheel on. I hope so. If not, just use your vivid imagination. If you have any notes on like what you'd like to see for future Sovel runs, then by all means do let me know. I'm obviously trying the somewhat stranger runs now. We've run through the usual, just beat the game, so let's have a bit of fun. Or if you just want to have a chat with me and others down in the comments section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.